Hello, everyone. Welcome to Piano Tech Radio. We're going to let people into the Zoom from the Zoom rooms. Hey guys, welcome to Piano Tech Radio. I'm Ethan Chaney. We're about to get started here. Spotlight myself and our guest for today. All right. Do a little intro so we set some context. Welcome to Piano Tech Radio. We gather here every Saturday to meet with and learn from the most fascinating and knowledgeable folks in the piano world, including manufacturers, rebuilders, musicians, makers of other instruments, and of course, piano tech. Our mutual goal is to become better at our craft, to help each other, and to create an ever more musical world together. Tech Radio, however, is brought to you by Piano Techniques and Masterclasses, an online learning resource that brings you cutting-edge instruction from piano industry masters without leaving your home. You can find out more at pianotechniciansmasterclass.com. You can also subscribe to Radio Hour for just $16 a month and get direct access to each week's private Zoom call, as well as all the archival recordings of over 200 episodes in our member area. Join using the link bit.ly/join PRH. That's bit.ly/join PRH. We also have a audio-only version of the program as a podcast at pianotechradio.com. Substack, blog posts on topics for piano technology folks, and find our socials on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, as well as signing up for an email list on our website, which is pianotechniciansmasterclass.com. You can just enter your name and email and join the list. All right, wonderful. I'm about to introduce today's guest. Her name is Hana Fujisaki, a Chicago-based keyboardist, composer, and educator whose musical life spans organ, jazz, Latin, theater, and cross-genre collaborations. Whether performing internationally, leading new compositions, or shaping the musicians of the classroom, Hana brings a speed-driven voice that is unmistakably her own. Welcome to Piano Technician Masterclasses.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's great to have you. So you're based here in Chicago by me. We should have done this as a live interview.
Yeah, totally.
In some ways, the remote is easier no matter how close you are.
I know. It's always technical issues, but
one of the first things I like to ask our guests is how they got started in music and how they first started to understand that it would be such a big part of their life. So bring us back. Tell us how things got started in music for you.
yeah, so I grew up in Japan, and back home in my apartment that I grew up in, I always had an organ because my older brother, was already learning an organ. So I was born into that house. So naturally, I started taking an organ lesson. And yeah, eventually my brother quit. My sister also took some piano lesson, but they both quit, and then I just did them. Yeah, I always liked music, and it always came naturally to me. And then my parents are the one that been kind of caught that I was a little bit more natural at music than any other of my siblings. So yeah, they were kind of leading me into, why don't you take these lessons and keep going with this. So yeah, and then I just never stopped until now.
Sorry, I was muted there. What kind of organ were you working with in the beginning?
So it was a in-home small organ. I think it's Yamaha model. I think they only make in Asia or something, because I never seen that in the States. But it's called Electon, like electric tone connected Electon. That's the model.
Okay.
And yeah, it's like a synthesizer.
Wonderful. And how do you where did you grow up? What area did you grow up in?
You said
Did you
what?
grow up in Chicago?
Oh no, I grew up in Tokyo area.
So how did you end up in Chicago, and how do you like it?
Yeah, so yeah, I was always learning organ and piano, and I started doing piano in high school. But yeah, I always liked jazz music. That was more fascinating to me, something that was new and exotic to me as someone that was growing up in Japan. So yeah, I was always listening to jazz recordings since I was 9 or 10 years old. To me, that was like the coolest music to me. And yeah, at the moment, something that's new and like no one else is playing in Japan. I mean, yeah, I'm sure there were, but not in my 9-year-old world. So yeah, I started being fascinated about studying music here. And then in high school, I went to high school in Japan as well, but I was able to major in jazz in high school. So I did that, and yeah, then eventually I started looking at studying abroad to study more jazz. So yeah, I applied for college in the U.S. to study jazz. That's how.
And did you end up studying here in Chicago or elsewhere?
Yeah, so my first 2 years actually I went to Tennessee, mostly to take autogenic class and study more English. But then I transferred to Roosevelt University in Chicago, and I also did my master's at Northwestern, also near Chicago. It's Evanston area. Yeah.
Wonderful. I used to tune the pianos over there at Northwestern.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wonderful there.
Do you know the technicians by chance?
I don't think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I was a friend with a technician at the Roosevelt though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his name was Wes, and then he was a jazz lover too. So.
Yeah. What's his last name? Do you know? I think we've had him on the program.
Oh yeah.
Does he play? They play bass or something?
I think so. Yeah, bass or guitar. Yeah.
Wonderful. Let's listen to some of your music. You gave me 4 links. Which one seems best to go to first?
I think the first one. That is my recent jazz trio performance.
Okay, perfect. All right, let me put that together and screen share. Share. Let's take a look.
This is how inside my brain was from the holiday.
I think the video cut out in the middle, but
Oh, did it?
maybe yeah, it did on my end. I wasn't sure about everyone else, but
Did you just not hear it or not
yeah,
see it?
yeah, the screen went blank.
But did you hear it still?
Mm.
Oh.
Yeah, I heard the first bit and the last bit.
All right, let's try it again. Then. It's a short enough thing we can share it again.
Okay.
Here we go.
And this is how inside of my brain was during the holiday season. Mm-hmm.
I got it.
Yeah, this time it worked. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sounds like an interesting mix of Thelonious Monk and St. Thomas.
Yeah. Yeah, now that you say that, yeah, it kind of is.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. 'Cause
Rhythm and blues, all sorts of weird, interesting things.
yeah, some like New Orleans blues and yeah, that vibe. But it's interesting you say that because it's actually that song was inspired by Keith Jarrett, like which you wouldn't think him, but his composition "Wind Up" has that similar intro of like a New Orleans little like a vibe that goes into odd meters and yeah, it's really happy and bright but like crazy time signatures, that kind of thing. So that was the inspiration for this song.
And what did you say before playing it there on the video? We only caught the end of you saying, and that's what's inside my head. What's inside your head?
So the song is called Inner Thoughts. So I said there was a performance in the beginning of January. So I said this is how my brain was sounding like during the holiday season. Very much.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. So tell me a little bit more about your compositional process. You compose a lot. What are you inspired by? You said Keith Jarrett.
Yeah, this song was a Keith Jarrett. But actually, so this was from the performance I just did a few weeks ago, beginning of January. It was a women's jazz festival at Hey Nani, the venue, a nice jazz venue in Arlington Heights. And so I did my Hana Fujisaki trio set, about seven or eight songs, all my originals. And most of the songs were inspired, most of them are recent compositions. And those were inspired my trip to Japan that I took in last summer. And yeah, that was my first trip in 2 years. I don't get to go home very often because one, it's expensive, and then also it's it's far. But yeah, when I go there for a long time. I spent there for almost a month, and yeah, so even for this Keith Jarrett inspired composition, my friend in Japan introduced me to that song by Keith Jarrett, and she's a saxophone player, but she wanted to do a saxophone cover of his song, so we did a cover, and then we did a show together in Japan, in Tokyo, and yeah, that's how I got to know the song, and then that inspired me to write another composition. And yeah, I did a couple of different songs that were also from my trip. I have little niece and nephew. They are now 7 and 4, but yeah, I wrote a song when they were about like 5 and 2 years old, which they have. It's crazy to me how much energy they have in such a little body. So I wrote a song about that, and I also got to go to some new cities in Japan that I've never been. One of them was Fukushima. That was like a northern area of Japan, where the earthquake actually hit almost 10 years ago. But I got to visit that place and then do a little performance there too, in a small city.
How did you get there? So did you end up going through California?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I flew.
And what is it like? How many hours? Like 13 hours or something total?
Yeah, total would be more. So there's a straight flight to Chicago. That would be like 14 hours. But that one's usually more pricey. So I do the California route. So that's like maybe a couple hours, 3 to 4 hours to California, and then about 11-12 hours to Japan from there. So total 15 around there. Yeah.
Do you find yourself connecting with lots of people from Japan here? I mean, is that a thing? We have other guests that come on from other countries, and they talk about how they may or may not reconnect with their original culture while they're here in the United States.
Right, yeah. Japanese community in the city of Chicago is not that big. I don't meet a lot of a lot of Japanese people here. They are more in the suburb, certain suburb area. They are area that some suburbs that have Japanese population. But yeah, actually last year I happened to know more Japanese musicians and Japanese artists. I happened to connect with them, so I did collaborate with some of them. Actually, this like yeah, 2 weeks ago, I did a performance with a Japanese flamenco dancer in Chicago, and also a shamisen player, which is like a Japanese banjo, who was touring from Japan. So we did a collaboration, shamisen, like Japanese string instrument and flamenco collaborative performance with a jazz piano. So yeah, something that I recently started doing more.
Yeah, sounds cool.
Yeah.
Let's check out another composition for a recording.
Yeah.
We go with number 2?
Yeah, Half Moon. That one's a little bit long, so you can go for. I think I specified a minute.
Okay. Let's see. Start at a minute.
Yeah, I think 2:20 something.
Okay, let me just double check what you wrote here.
Yeah.
2:26 to 4:36.
Yeah, that's where the piano solo starts.
Half minute. 2. Okay, sure. I like that one.
Thank you.
Was that recorded in Chicago?
Yes, this was an album recording that we did about a year ago, almost 2 years ago actually. Yeah.
What's the name of this?
The song is called Half Moon.
Oh, the studio.
Oh, the studio was Rex Tracks.
Okay.
Yeah, in Chicago. Yeah.
Pretty well known.
Yeah.
So, how's it been networking in the musical community and you building the community, pulling musicians together for the recordings and things? How's it been?
Yeah, it's
You
been.
meet people at jam sessions, university.
Yeah, it's always interesting how, I meet people in all sorts of different places, jam sessions, school, of course. But the album, these guys that I recorded, those three guys actually. So saxophone player Roy McGrath on saxophone, drum is Gustavo Cortinas, Kit Lyles on bass. They actually all went to Northwestern at the same time, but I actually went to Northwestern a little bit after them, so I didn't meet them at school, but I just met them in a separate different places, and then eventually they invited me to join the recording, and we also took a tour to different cities in Asia. So with this member, we did a tour in several cities in China and South Korea, and we taught master classes and played shows at different jazz clubs. And then we came back and then recorded the albums with all of our compositions. So, yeah, that was
Sounds like a great trip.
Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, we ate a lot of great food. That was the highlight. And a little bit of music too.
What's your favorite Korean food?
Oh my goodness, Korean? I gotta say bibimbap. It's pretty basic, but I love it.
Is Jim's Grill still a thing here in Chicago? Have you ever been there?
I don't think so.
Jim's Grill is a pretty iconic Korean restaurant.
Okay.
If it still exists.
Yeah.
Jim's Original? No, that's a hot dog stand. Closed. I think it closed.
Oh no, okay.
Too bad.
Mm.
Anyways, it was really great.
Thank you.
So
what about the jazz scene here in terms of where you like to go see music? Fill me in on some of the great places. I know there's of course Andy's, the Jazz Showcase, any other good spots?
There's Green Mills, and there's a place that recently opened, maybe about a year ago. It's called Lemon. That's another music venue. And Clara, that's also relatively new. Trying to think. Yeah. There's so many. Oh yeah, there's a restaurant called Logan 11. That started featuring some jazz on every Wednesday or something like that.
Okay.
So,
I haven't heard of those last three, so that's good.
yeah.
Have you been over to Forte Piano? In the South Loop there?
I've heard of them so much, but I still haven't.
You should stop in.
Yeah, I would love to. Yeah. They have
Where
concerts, right?
What did you say? Yeah, they do have concerts.
Mm-hmm.
They
have a nice little performance stage and a place to, of course, they've got a showroom. We can try the pianos and all that stuff.
Yes.
What was I going to say? Where are you about in the city? Where are you located?
I'm in Uptown, so north side Chicago.
Okay. Green Mill's not too far.
Very close to
from
Green
Uptown.
Mill, actually. Yeah.
Okay, let's check out another composition. So should we just move to number 3?
Sure. Yeah, but the other two are actually not my composition.
Okay.
So, yeah. So the third one, Orihana, is a J-pop duo that I play with. It's me on piano and Oria Prohorova on violin. But we cover J-pop, Japanese pop music, and we arrange it into classical jazz infused version, and we perform it. So that was from one of our recording session.
Perfect. Let's check this out.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Thanks. Yeah, this is a group. This is a group that, well, just two of us, but we cover a bunch of J-pop song and some anime or Japanese movie music, Ghibli music, and stuff like that. It's fun.
My
My son is 7, and we listen to the Ghibli soundtracks
Yeah.
on Spotify all the time.
My gosh, I can pretty much play everything by memory. I
Oh,
grew up with
nice.
those. Yeah.
Classic.
For sure.
So where do you see things going from here with you musically? Are you going to continue to stay in the Chicago area? Do you see yourself exploring different genres or instrumentations or groups or anything like that?
I love Chicago a lot, and I do have a lot of connections here in Chicago now. But yeah, I don't like to close any other possibilities or opportunities. So if something comes up in different cities or different countries, I'm down. But for now, I love being Chicago, and yeah, and I don't know. I studied jazz in college, but after that, I found myself playing pretty much everything but jazz for a while. I was involved in like pop music, rock music, some heavy metal band, some classical accompaniment. So yeah, first right after college, I just said yes to everything that came to me, and yeah, it was tricky it took me time to actually get into jazz scene, because they're I don't want to say more closed communities, but sometimes it's hard to get into lineup of jazz clubs. So but because of that, I happen to discover new music. I happen to be trained in a Latin band playing montunos and Cuban music by other professional, like authentic musicians. So yeah, and then I happen to like doing everything. Now finally I'm starting to do more jazz and getting connected to more jazz musicians. So I love that still, but I like being open to do different projects too. So yeah, for now, at least for the next few years, I want to keep doing a lot of music and experiment my genre.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Chicago's a good place to play in lots of different groups. There's always some group that needs someone. I played in a salsa band around here for many years, a long time ago. Yeah.
What? So do you play the piano as well?
Yeah,
I played the piano.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what the name of the group. We would just we would play like the Willowbrook Ballroom and Willowbrook, and people would salsa dance.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's such a fun genre. I love playing that. Different
Yeah.
patterns on montuno. Yeah.
All
All right, let's listen to that last performance that we have here.
That one's super short, but that's just me playing the organ, just to introduce you what I started on. Yeah.
All
All right, let's check that out. One moment, bring it up. Pause it. Restart.
Yeah. The audio is a little bit different. It's cutting out.
It's cutting out?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with my today. It's very... Try one more.
Okay.
I don't know if it's going to help. All right, so window, go to the sound, make sure I'm muted.
It's kind of the same thing.
Not
so good.
Not so good, but
Yeah,
I can hear it kind of like very quietly. Kind of like the experience is like for you.
yeah, it's same for me. Like it's quiet and it's like waving.
Okay.
So
It
It's just updated
the
the platform.
Oh,
That
yeah.
always causes a lot of weird glitches.
For
For
people
people that are watching here,
I've
I've been dealing with an echo of my own voice
Yeah.
about a half a second later for the whole thing.
Oh man,
I
yeah.
feel like I'm
That's frustrating.
totally impossible.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
in light of the technical difficulties,
Yeah.
we'll wrap up relatively soon.
Okay, sounds good.
Before
we
we
log off,
I always like to
get
some last words of wisdom from the guest, or just send us to a website, or give us something that you'd like us to check out.
Oh yeah, I have an Instagram, Facebook page, website with all my upcoming performances. With my name Hana Fujisaki.
Wonderful.
Like it, yeah. That'd be
All right, well, some people out to check those things out. It was wonderful to have you as a guest today.
Thank you so much.
We'll do our outro and then we'll log off. And then if you could just jump back on Zoom a minute later after we log off, we'll do a quick wrap up.
Okay, sounds great.
All right, everyone. We have reached the end of another musical journey here at Piano Tech Radio Hour. Thanks to Hana for joining us today. As always, we're brought to you by Piano Technicians Master Classes. Cutting edge instruction from piano industry masters without leaving your home. For those of you that joined us today by just signing up for the session individually, you can make your life more convenient by subscribing to Piano Tech Radio Hour at $16 a month. You'll get the recording of today's session in our member area, as well as automatic registration for each week's new session. Sign up at bit.ly/join DTRH. That's bit.ly/join DTRH. Don't forget about the podcast, the Substack, the socials, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And sign up for email lists at pianotechniciansmasterclass.com. All right, thanks again, everyone. See you all again next time. And I'll see you back on Zoom in a minute. Just log